Hello friends, I am sure all of you are doing very well these days. Okay, so today we are going to see 196th video of Kailash channel English, and as far as this book review is concerned, it is the 46th video. Okay, and as you know, it is the second half of the 14th chapter, and the title given is, I have picked out one or two sentences from the book itself, and I have given it as the titles. Okay, wherever I found it suitable. Okay, so here the title is divorce. You say divorce or divorce, that is not a big problem. Pronunciation can be in any way, unless otherwise you are a phonetic student. You can pronounce as you like, but the harder part of it is what we are going to see here. So here Dr. Murphy says, hate divides and love unites. This is not a new thing. All of us know that in every house there is fights, differences of opinions, quarrels, lot of things. In every family it is there, but only when it goes to some extreme condition, they land up in divorce. Okay, so the whole video is on divorce, and I am not here to list the reasons, whether the reasons for divorce or whether it is good to divorce. Not of that sort. I am only expressing the views as written by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Okay, it is not my personal opinion, it is not a general opinion or anything. There are so many other platforms where we do come across a lot of debates about these things. Okay, these are all never-ending problems. As long as men and women are there on the earth, these problems will continue. Okay, let us see what Dr. Joseph Murphy has to say about this. See, he is starting the second half like this: should I get a divorce? It's $1 million question, because there are various reasons and there are various views by different people in the same family, in the society, among our friends, relatives, and so on. Okay, so among these opinions and differences and feelings, so many things are tied up with this. Okay, so among this, there is a big question mark. Should I go for a divorce? He says divorce is an individual problem. Individual problem means here it is not one man's or one lady's problem. The man and the woman, or the husband and wife, both are considered as two parts of the same coin. They are considered as the two complementary semicircles. Only when the two semicircles are put together, it forms a complete circle. They are complementary to each other, isn't it? So that way, both are considered as one unit. So divorce is an individual problem. That way it becomes an individual problem. And divorce is not the solution. The second point he expresses is, it is not a solution. So, see, there are so many things which can be said about the reasons for a divorce. But what Dr. Murphy has to say, you all know where he will come and end his talk or end his chapter. He says, turn to your subconscious mind for the help. That is his perspective. Okay, See, for example, once I talked with a woman whose husband was a ex-convict, a wife beater, and a non-provider. He was not at all considerate. He used to beat his wife and all those things. She had been told it was wrong to get a divorce. See, this is the lesson she has got from the advices of the others, or the society has taught her like that. She has been taught, she has been told it was wrong to get a divorce. So, Dr. Murphy explained to her that marriage is of the heart. If two hearts blend harmoniously, lovingly and sincerely, that is the ideal marriage. The pure action of the heart is love. There is nothing other than love. So if love is not there, if respect for the others' feelings is not there, if there is no consideration, then it is not a marriage. Then why don't you go for a divorce? He asked her. Only then she knew in her heart that there is no divine law which compelled her to be browbeaten, intimidated, and beaten because someone said, I pronounce you man and wife. Maybe they got married in the church, and the priest, usually I have also attended many Christian weddings of my friends' sisters and so on. See, there also the sermon goes on for more than 2 hours. The priest who is conducting the marriage will talk all about the problems of the marriage, how they have to adjust, how they have to live, what is the real meaning of marriage. All those things he will talk for hours together, and he will ask individually, are you willing for this marriage? He will ask the lady as well as the man. And when both of them say yes only, he will pronounce in front of so many people that I declare that she is the wife of so and so and he is the husband of so and so, like that. Dr. Murphy says, just because you were pronounced as his wife, it doesn't mean that you cannot get a divorce from him. He is not taking care of you. There is no love, there is no understanding, there is no consideration, there is no respect for your feelings. He is beating you. He is not taking care of you and your children. Then why should you stick on to him? Go for a divorce. But she is still in a dilemma. Then he comes out with his own approach. He says, if your mind is not, if the society has taught you that getting a divorce is a sin or it is a wrong thing to do, ask your own subconscious mind. This is where the topic is highlighted. He says, this is the style of Dr. Joseph Murphy. He says, turn to your subconscious mind. Ask your mind. Okay, if you are in doubt as to what to do, ask for guidance. Knowing that there is always an answer and you will receive it. Your subconscious mind knows the answer. So go as per your subconscious mind. Follow the lead that comes to you in the silence of your soul. Very, very true thing. This is what I love in this chapter. Follow the lead that comes to you in the silence of your soul. It speaks to you when you are in peace. When you are silent, your soul will talk to you. Your subconscious mind will talk to you. God will talk to you. Listen to it. That will be the real solution to your problem. So he talks certain things like drifting into divorce. See, recently a young couple married only for a few months were seeking a divorce. I discovered that the young man had a constant fear that his wife would leave him. He expected rejection and he believed that he would be unfaithful. These thoughts haunted his mind and became an obsession with him. His mental attitude was one of the separation and suspicion. And he forgot that there is a law of action and reaction, or the cause and the effect. The thought is the action, and the response of the subconscious mind is the reaction. Finally, what happened? His wife left home, asked for a divorce, which is what he feared and believed she would do. So what he feared has happened. What he believed, it has happened. So why live with the fear? Why live with the negative mental attitude? So here the main reason for the divorce is the man's mental attitude. And I am not here to blame only the men or only the women. Both are equally to be blamed. In different situations, it differs. Okay. And he says, Dr. Murphy says, divorce begins in the mind. Divorce takes place first in the mind and the legal proceedings follow after that. Okay. So, these two young people were full of resentment, fear, suspicion and anger. They learned that hate divides and that love unites. So this is what he says. And these two people, see, they were misusing their minds and bringing on chaos and misery. These two people went back together at my suggestion and experimented with prayer therapy. Finally, he is coming out with the prayer therapy. In the beginning also, earlier also he said, those who pray together shall stay together. The same thing. His idea, his opinion, his perspective. Okay. Like that. Then the nagging wife, the brooding husband. Now, behind all these behaviors, there is some reason. So, see, if your wife is nagging, this is because she gets no attention. Attention deficit syndrome, like what the small children are expecting from us. You know, they show all sorts of tantrums to attract our attention first. Okay, oftentimes it is the craving for love and affection. Give your wife attention and show your appreciation. Praise and exalt all her many good points. Then she will not be a nagging wife. So whatever it is, go to the root cause. Find out the reason and try to rectify it at the grassroots level. So don't magnify the petty faults or errors in each other. Then what is the brooding husband saying? See, if a man begins to brood, grows morbid against his wife because of the things she said or did, he is, psychologically speaking, he is committing adultery. Okay, one of the meanings of adultery is idolatry. That is, giving attention to or uniting mentally with that which is negative and destructive. That is adultery. Adulteration. Isn't it? Getting attached to something negative. So when a man is silently resenting his wife and is full of hostility towards her, he is unfaithful. That's why he says it is equal to committing adultery. Like that. And there is one more thing which I totally agree with. Dr. Murphy says the great mistake. He talks about a great mistake. See, a great mistake is to discuss your marital problems or difficulties with neighbors and relatives. 100% true. See, Suppose, for example, a wife says to the neighbor, John never gives me any money. He treats my mother abominably, drinks to excess, and is constantly abusive and insulting. See, what is happening? Now that wife is degrading her own husband, and she becomes a laughing stock among the neighbors. And is she going to get any benefit out of it? No. So, why talk about all these things with your neighbors, relatives, friends, and so on? He says that never discuss your marital problems with anyone except a trained counselor. Even don't go to your parents. Even your parents can be biased. The advices given by your parents also can be out of some biased nature. So go to a trained counselor and talk to the counselor the truth. Don't go there and try to manipulate. Tell the truth. So as you think and feel, so you are. So go to a trained counselor, take her advice. Take his or the counselor's advice. Relatives will usually give you the wrong advice. It is usually biased and prejudiced because it is not given in an impersonal way, whereas a trained counselor will give you the advice in an impersonal way. Any advice you receive which violates the golden rule, which is a cosmic law, is not good or sound. Okay. So it is well to remember that no two human beings ever lived beneath the same roof without clashes of temperament, periods of hurts and stain. Never display the unhappy side of your marriage to your friends. Keep your quarrels to yourself. Refrain from criticism and condemnation of your partner, whether it is the husband or the wife. Please follow this. And don't try to make your wife over. Don't try to dominate your wife. Or the wife should not try to dominate her husband. So, Dr. Murphy talks about the foreign situation. Most of them are Christians. Their marriages are conducted in the churches. And in all Christian families, there is a custom where before the dinner, all the family members will sit together, pray and then eat. Or in some cases, before going to bed, they all assemble together. They read a few verses from the Bible and then they go to bed. No, these are the customs which keep the family members united. Okay, so he says there are 3 steps. Pray together and stay together through steps in prayer. This is the prayer technique he is talking about. The first step, never carry over from one day to another accumulated irritations arising from little disappointments. Be sure to forgive each other for any sharpness before you retire at night. Before going to bed, that day's problem, you try to solve it. Don't carry it over. Okay, so the moment you awaken in the morning, claim infinite intelligence. Intelligence is guiding you in all your ways. Send out loving thoughts of peace, harmony, and love to your marriage partner, to all members of the family, and to the whole world. First step. Second step, say grace at breakfast. Don't discuss all your differences of opinions during the lunch or during dinner at the dining table. Okay, instead say to your wife or husband, I appreciate all you are doing and I radiate love and goodwill to you all day long. So don't carry over. Fights are prone to come. But when fights means differences of opinion. So try to iron it out. Try to sort it out at the at the grassroots level. Find out the basic solution and try to resolve it. The same day before going to bed, all the fights must come to an end. Then no discussion in a common place like the dining table or in the hall. See, if there is some strained condition between the husband and wife, only these two people should sit and sort it out. Okay, so that is the second step is. And the third step is, he says, the husband and wife should alternate in praying each night. Do not take your marriage partner for granted. Show your appreciation and love. Think appreciation and goodwill rather than condemnation, criticism and nagging. Okay, so this is what is his prayer approach. So, in Indian situation, there are only two things which I could take from this. One is, before marriage, you can turn to your subconscious mind. You can tell what are the qualities you expect in your to-be husband or in your to-be wife or in your life partner. Keep on telling the your subconscious mind, so that your subconscious mind is all wise, so it can very well create situations where you meet such a person. Okay, marriage has taken place. After that, so many bad things are brewing. Then use the last 3 steps. Try to sort it out before you go to bed. And if you feel that it is beyond correction, rectification, or if it goes beyond your understanding, beyond your control, then ask your subconscious mind, should you go for a divorce? Ask your counselor, a learned person, and then you decide. You are the only person who can decide. And you can take the help of 2 things. One is your own subconscious mind. Number 2, from a certified counselor. And then accordingly you take a decision. Don't go on talking about it to all the people you know. Especially this, I feel, is more with the ladies and less with the gents. I don't know. I don't have such close friends, close men as friends where I can tell correctly. But on the whole, out of my observation, what I have seen is this. The ladies only go and talk blah 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 all about what is happening in the family to all the friends in the office, to their friend circle, to the parents, to the relatives and so on. But what I have observed so far is the men don't talk much out about all these things. They keep it within themselves and brood over it, hatch eggs on it. Instead of that, you can turn to your subconscious mind to give you an answer. Okay, so these are the 2 points which I liked very much in this book, which can be applied even today and in future also. So if you are waiting to get married, turn to your subconscious mind to get a good life partner. If you are already married, if you are having a normal life, happy life, no problem, well and good. You are the blessed people. If you have small problems, try to solve it then and there. If you have very big problems which cannot be solved, definitely you have to seek the help of a learned counselor, and then only you go for legal move. Because in between you have to take into consideration a lot more things. Okay, your own children, your parents, your siblings, your society, so many things are there. But ultimately, it is you It is either the husband or the wife who has to take a decision. Okay, so taking the help of your subconscious mind at two different levels is a very good different approach, which we don't follow much in the eastern countries or in India. Only that much I can say. Why talk about all other countries? I don't know what is happening there. Generally speaking, in India, we don't turn to our subconscious mind to get a relief or to get an answer. But it's a very good approach. I hope you understand that. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you for watching.